2020 has been a very good year for Tesla, and a very bad year for Tesla's skeptics.
I am a well-known Tesla skeptic.
Despite the pandemic, Tesla managed to surprise everyone and eked out a profit in the first quarter of 2020. Its Shanghai factory was up and running, Model Y deliveries were happening ahead of schedule, production was running smoothly, and its product line was up and expanding. Despite life throwing a curveball, the pandemic, Tesla for the first time managed to stay profitable for the full year. As Tesla's stock soared like one of Musk's rockets, it created a bloodbath for those who were shorting Tesla.
If you wouldn't, as I say, if you wouldn't be short this, what would you be short?
What Tesla had is an innovation and a head start in this market, other companies are now catching up to. And they have to become a car manufacturer. And becoming a car manufacturer is a lot more difficult than becoming a high-tech darling.
Tesla's loudest critics, aka short sellers, who shorted Tesla on the assumption that the shares of Tesla would fall, lost a record $40 billion last year. Just to give you some context about this bloodbath in Wall Street, the entire US airline industry reported a combined net losses of $24 billion. So in effect, the Tesla short sellers lost more than what the entire US airline industry lost last year. But before Musk could declare victory over the short sellers, new short sellers emerged again, taking huge bets against Tesla. This time, the new short sellers are in no way ordinary investors. Some of these new short sellers have made a name for themselves during the 2008 financial collapse, accurately predicting the housing crisis, and have made billions last time. These new short sellers are now holding nearly 5.5% of Tesla's shares, which corresponds to roughly $31 billion bet against the future of Tesla. So who are these new short sellers? And why is every investor shorting Tesla? So sit back and relax as we uncover the story of the never-ending bets against Tesla by Wall Street and the rise of Tesla's stock that rocked the financial world.
Talking about one of the most hyped IPOs in recent memory, the soon-to-be red-hot Tesla Motors.
In June 2010, Tesla launched its initial public offering, IPO, priced at $17 per share, on the US Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Even before the start of the IPO, Tesla was viciously attacked by Wall Street short sellers and analysts.
Tesla stock voted by Wall Street as the least likely to succeed.
Listen, Tesla's a sell. You don't want to own this stock. You don't want to lease it. Heck, you shouldn't even rent the darn thing.
Jim Cramer even went on record to term Tesla as a cult shock and was highly negative on Tesla.
Tesla's a cold stock. There's nothing to look at.
The assumption here was that Tesla would soon be on its way to become bankrupt. If you look at the historical graph of Tesla's share price, you would notice a massive periodic fall in Tesla's share price. This was the result of short sellers shorting Tesla in billions. Every time Tesla's share fell, it resulted in huge profits for the short sellers. And in a matter of no time, Tesla became the darling of such short sellers. Tesla was being shorted left, right, and center. The situation became so dire for Musk that Musk contemplated taking Tesla private at $420 per share. In a blog dated August 7, 2018, Musk claimed that Tesla had become the most shorted stock in the history of stock market, meaning there are large numbers of people who are financially incentivized to attack the company. Musk ultimately would not go through the plan, and today, just 3 years later, the entire market cap of Tesla totals more than $500 billion. Its market cap exceeding every other car manufacturer on the planet. And after short sellers losing $40 billion last year, Musk, who has made no secret of his intense hatred for the short sellers, may have finally proved the Tesla haters wrong. However, recent data by S3 Partners revealed that Tesla has once again become the most shorted stock in 2021, this time betting close to $44 billion against Tesla. Again, some context here. If you add up the next 3 most shorted stock, Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft, it still doesn't even come close to how much is being bet against Tesla. This time, Tesla is being targeted by some well-known short sellers like Michael Burry of The Big Short, who's best known for shorting the 2007 mortgage bond market. The famed investor Michael Burry revealed a $530 million bet against Tesla. And he is not the only investor who has bet against Tesla. Tesla has till now accumulated a whopping $44 billion short interest. Michael Burry, who was depicted in the book The Big Short as the subsequent Oscar-winning movie of the same name, mentioned in a now-deleted tweet that Tesla's over-reliance on regulatory credits to generate profits is a red flag. If an automaker does not have sufficient credits, they are fined unless they buy them from a company such as Tesla. Remember how I said in the beginning of the video how Tesla managed to eke out a profit despite the pandemic? Well, the revenue stream that helped Tesla get there is selling regulatory credits. Tesla earned $518 million by selling regulatory credits to other automakers. Being a company which only sells electric cars, Tesla racks up way more of these regulatory credits than it needs and in turn sells it to other auto manufacturers. Tesla amassed around $1.6 billion in these regulatory credits, helping the companies report 4 consecutive quarters last year. qualifying Tesla for its addition to the S&P 500 index. Michael Burry argues that as more and more auto manufacturers are pivoting towards completely electrifying their fleet, few automakers would need to buy these regulatory credits from Tesla, thus impacting Tesla's earnings. Musk on this part is firmly rooted to the reality. In an email he shot off to his employees when Tesla's share price was at its peak, it read, "When looking at our actual profitability, it is very low, at around 1% for the past year. Investors are giving us a lot of credit for future profitability, but as if at any point they conclude they are not going to happen. Our stock will immediately get crushed like a souffle under a sledgehammer." So coming to the question, why is Tesla the most shorted stock?
Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, GM, Audi, and Porsche are all coming out with 300-mile electric luxury sedans. I think they're doomed. Your business model is flawed, and it's doomed, and it's going to fail.
Investors have till date lost around $100 billion betting against Tesla in the last 4 years. There's a saying in Silicon Valley popularized by billionaire Peter Thiel, who once said, "Never bet against Elon Musk." So why is Wall Street still betting against Tesla? I think there is a more complicated answer behind this. For the longest time, betting against Tesla has been very profitable. After all, Tesla was bleeding money until last year. So when you look at some of the hit pieces about Tesla and Elon Musk,
and so there was this sad shot of our car on a flatbed, as though that was the only outcome possible for such a drive. And lots of people said, oh, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, you don't battle the New York Times. And it's like, the hell with that. I'd rather tell the truth and suffer the consequences, even if they're negative. But I do think he fudged an article.
You begin to ask yourself the question of who actually profits from the demise of Tesla. The one industry that comes to mind is the fossil fuel industry. What happens when Tesla achieves its goal of making fossil fuel irrelevant? When traditional automakers begin to shift to mass producing electrical vehicles? Fossil fuel would become obsolete. The picture becomes a lot less hazy when you realize that Tesla is not just another automaker. The very fact that it has removed motors from Tesla Motors tells you the fact that Musk plans to make Tesla an energy company also, specializing in battery technology and solar photovoltaic cells, etc. The fossil fuel industry has a lot to lose when Tesla eventually accomplishes its goal. And that may be one of the reasons why Tesla is the world's most shorted stock. Of course, it's in its own self-interest to stop burning carbon and aggravating and speeding up the climate change situation. We have already got computer-generated models which predicts that climate change will displace millions of people, entire countries can disappear due to climate change in the coming decades. When you think about it, humans are betting on their own extinction by doing everything it can to make sure a company like Tesla specializes in making electric vehicles and battery storage technologies fail. It's really sad to see a company like Tesla get sabotaged for the sake of profits and greed. I think that's why we're seeing such an unprecedented short interest in Tesla. The shorts have repeatedly burned their own hands when it comes to shorting Tesla. It remains to be seen if the same fate awaits for the short sellers this time. Before I end this video, I just want to quote Sir John Templeton. The 4 most dangerous words in investing are, "It's different this time." So we will leave it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that like button and do subscribe for more awesome content. See you guys next time.
Take my